Hey everybody, it's a beautiful day. I'm about to react to this video by the Phillip Scott show, and it's called The BET Awards was a hood rat fest with horrible implications for sisters. Okay, so like I said, it's by the Phillip Scott show, and so y'all go check him out or something, and I'm just gonna get right into it. All right, I also don't watch the BET Awards. I don't watch the Grammys. I'm not into none of that jazz. Yeah, I did not see this. I did not see the BET Awards or none of that.
The BET Awards, came out, and like I said, I haven't watched that show for years because
what I wanted to say was I didn't watch it because I think about the Boondocks, and she's like, evil television. Like, that's what I think about, and it's like, it makes it more evil. I also think about Tyler Perry cross-dressing for Jesus, but okay.
Every time I watch the BET Awards, the time I watch it, it's just been ratchetness on top of ratchetness on top of just degeneracy.
So stop watching it.
Just, man. And I don't understand, like, a lot of times I understand you men that date these women. Like, you date these
You don't
women,
understand why these men date these women because
they should be emulating women.
They're that same type of class of men, most likely.
Case in point, there was this clip that Cash Doll had played. Of course, other people have played this clip, but
okay.
I'm going to do it from Cash Doll's video. But let's go ahead and review it. Now that is that female Sexy Red.
It's him calling her a female.
And you can see about her. She got of course the blonde and weave and the wig, whatever.
Look.
Red. She got to have the money. Okay. She's got to have the money. I mean that my God, they get on my nerves.
I mean, look. We are talking about a stripper, a gangbanger, also a rapper who is now at the BET Awards. Okay, so the BET Awards is allowed the BET. That's why I don't watch this junk. I do not watch the BET Awards because everything the BET Awards put out is absolutely disgusting to me, a black person. It's disgusting, and it adds on to the stereotypes, and it's the reason why we got black people on YouTube talking about how degenerate all of our people are, because that's what the BET Awards shows and promotes and allows, okay? That's what they want, this type of behavior. If they didn't, they would have told her to sit down. They would have cut the song off. Straight up. Let me be an audio person. The song would have been cut if I didn't want that. I wouldn't have recorded, like, what? Nothing. Oh, Cash Doll recorded it. Please sit down. If you was performing, you would have been on stage. Please sit down in your seat, your assigned seat. The heck are we talking about?
I don't care if a woman doing it. To me, it looks worse when a woman do it. Well, these rappers
It's
doing
not
that, why?
Cute. Anyways, but we know why they do it.
Why? You know what rich people
Why?
do?
Why?
Rich people
Why?
walk around with that American Express. I think they call it the Centurion card, which is the black card.
Yeah,
that's what rich people do, and they pay their bill every month. You know what I'm saying? Like instead of doing that, why don't you have your Centurion card? If somebody steals it, guess what? American Express just shut it down, put your money back, and give you another one. But no, you can't do that like everybody else will do. You gotta show all this nasty money. And there's something else about money y'all need to know.
Shoes on? I walk around like outside with no shoes on all the time. Like, I've always loved doing that. A public place though, it took me a while to even be comfortable showing my toes out in public. So it's kind of like, why didn't you have shoes on this carpet in this arena? Ooh, and the bottom of all shoes are disgusting. The bottom of all shoes are nasty. But yeah, and money's nasty too. Money's disgusting. Money's really gross.
Money has the scent of drugs on it.
Okay, what's this have to do with anything? Though money's nasty. Yeah, I mean, I thought we all knew that. Did you guys know that the most nastiest thing in a hotel room is most likely the remote, most of the time, all the time.
Why they confiscate your money when you're in the airport? You didn't put drugs on it, but all money has that scent. And the dog gonna hit on it. That's why you shouldn't carry cash money like that, especially in large sums. But let's continue.
No, it's the BT Awards.
Another reason!
Now, I want y'all to see this. This is Krishan Rock, pregnant.
Yeah. All right, so look. Like I said, I grew up dancing. Most of my family likes to dance. We like to move around. There are certain places where you should not be doing that for a fact. It is not cute. And I'm not going to act like I haven't been, because I'm pretty sure but look. Okay, so I used to be that person, but would I be that person in the middle of an arena where I'm a guest, like on a carpet and stuff? No, sorry. I'm not doing that.
And she's twerking on Sexy Red, okay? Young men, I feel, in my heart, I feel for a lot of you young men. This is what you got to deal with.
Look, it's like, so what are you doing to like help? I'm sorry. What are you doing to help at this point, sir? It's kind of just like, okay, because there's a group of men out there that you can appeal to specifically to maybe help them realize that, because mind you, this behavior gets them that attention that they want. But like I said, this is a stripper, a rapper, a gangbanger, Krishan Rock. She obviously has temperamental issues. I mean, and she was in a relationship for money moves and a come up for real. Look, she might actually love him. I'm not in a relationship though. Just the person recording is Cash Doll, and all of this behavior, all of this stuff. Yes, they may have sold their soul, but I really feel as if this is like what it is for them,
They think that's
what it
fun.
Is for the people
and
around
also,
them.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I don't think they're really trying to. I don't think they're trying to get that level that he's thinking about. They're thinking about a level that's that. Okay.
I got a response on Twitter because the other day I made the video about the degenerate hood rats twerking on top of Elmina Castle in Ghana. And they trying to blame it on the 80s and the 90s and
really
they grew up like that. I don't care about no 80s and 90s, because the 80s and 90s are memories now. Maybe you can see some video from back then. Fine. I live in 2023. You live in 2023. And one thing that you have a section of people in the black community that look at that degenerate culture right there and think that's funny. They say, "Oh man, they just having fun, Phil." I mean,
so are we talking about the black culture, or are we talking about the specific version, that specific part of the black culture being degenerate? The BET Awards, BET itself does not promote much of the black culture except for the hood culture, trying to get it out, the mud culture.
Leave them alone. I mean, God, man. I mean, come on. You ain't got to be that serious all the time. No, that's not my deal of fun. Because I am in media, I do entertainment, I do politics, I do all kind of media. And one thing I can tell you is that those people right there get plastered throughout the world as the representation of black women. Okay? So when you see the more men speaking up against it, you actually should be proud of that. Because, like the Lord, you chastise those you love. If the men is chastising this behavior and saying this isn't right, then they actually have some love for your behind. When you really need to be concerned, it's when the men says nothing. It's I don't care. Do you, right? At that point.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Like I literally said, there's always a time and a place. There's a certain level of dance. Although I'm not going to sit here and make it seem like I don't think that, you know, our style of dancing has not been sexualized, and it just looks even more sexual just because, you know, black women are doing it compared to Shakira belly dancing or Indians belly dancing or whatever, or, you know, a salsa, which also has like, you know, sexy moves in it and stuff. If you looking at it like that and you're not really looking at it like that, is you looking at it that way, okay? At the end of the day, yes, I'm not proud of the BET Awards for displaying none of this like this. That's why we don't watch the BET Awards. And because I feel like they're on television and you should know how the world, you know, views the things. Though, oh, girl was on a reality TV show. Like, oh, she was literally like, what do we really expect from these two? Like, there's a reason why they keep getting brought up in media and entertainment and brought up over the internet, because they keep going with that algorithm and feeding people, like giving people what they want. Like,
when they don't care what you do, they don't care how ratchet you are, how hood rat you are, but they don't care about that no more.
Because the ones that they want are
the dudes that's traveling,
also
they're
like
not working with you.
The
only thing they're looking at is say, you know what? Well, I'll be in Cartagena next week. That's how them dudes are thinking. They not even worrying with y'all. And the problem I've always had is there's a section of women who don't fix themselves like that, right? They don't. And you have even professional women that will actually support these two women doing what they're doing. They will support them doing this. And I'm
not a fan of Kamala Harris. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I vote. Yes, I partake in voting. Although I don't really like no politicians. If we're being totally honest, none of them that have been actually there for real. Also, but I feel like I need to vote because my ancestors would choke me out if I just kidding. If I didn't.
I understood that. How many times?
Like, just like Michelle Obama, she's dancing, but you see the difference between how she's dancing, you know, and how she's like chilling. And you know, I'm just not a big fan of. I don't even know how anybody's okay around.
Because you heard brothers go in on Pookie and Ray Ray. We don't be sitting up there supporting Pookie and Ray Ray.
Like,
no, we don't.
And you know,
but yet, it's a section of black women that support the hood rats. Let's continue.
Look at what they have on though too. Like, it's just like this. The whole thing. I just.
And let me tell y'all something else.
It's really sad.
The reason why you have
I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I haven't done it before, but I really do try my hardest not to display that like anymore. And even when I did, like it wasn't at no BET Award type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was
black folks defending
college party. Like, I literally partied for one semester and didn't even really party.
So they got some black males defending this too.
It's not all the time.
They defend it because Krishan and Sexy Red there is a representation of their mammy. Oh, I'm going there. They're representations of their doggone mammy. They grew up with a mammy like that. See, Krishan, all that twerking she doing pregnant, you think when that baby come out, Krishan gonna actually straighten her act up and say, hey, you know, I'm a mom now.
No, she's not.
You know, have some class by myself. I don't want my child to see me in that light. Let me stop. Oh no.
She also has her pregnancy journey
when that baby
on a television show.
And what happens is they have grown up with these degenerate hood rats, and that's normal. So anybody that's speaking against this degenerate culture, something's wrong with you, because that's normalized to me. What's wrong with it? Well, I don't see no issue. They're not committing a crime. I mean, so why can't they dance? Why can't they have fun? I'm all for having fun. I'm all for dancing. But they're full of tattoos.
But we're not talking about how Cash Doll also promotes this without the tattoos on her face. Though there are dances specifically that have hip movements that are specific to like certain areas, and even like they're different even throughout the South. There are certain dance moves that are specific to certain areas that are just, you know, taught, and it's kind of just like something that, you know, you learn to do because it's a part of the specific music, it's a part of the specific dance, even if it's all not sexual, because it's all the time not sexual. It's really not, especially when you're growing up. It turns that way because of how sexualized most of our culture becomes the older we get. And, you know, we like, you can't just bounce without it being like, oh, you can't just scrub without it being like, oh, you can't just, you want to whine or something without it being like, oh, if you get a certain age. But
I mean, this is why
it is about a time and a place, and it is about a certain respect for yourself. And that's somebody who had to learn, you know. And even now to this day, I still be going through warfare when it comes to making sure I try my hardest not to present that way as much at all. Really, what is a part of my culture is a part of my culture, and it's what it is. And that's that. Though, like I said, it's a time and a place. Yeah, you start using it to seduce people, and that's that warfare. You start using it to like make money, using your body and your sexualness to make money. That's when it's OD.
Real A-list black celebrities didn't even go to that BET Awards because it's a straight ratchet trash. Now I'm here with Tyler Perry and say, you know, trying to get the full details. Somebody either he bought BET or he
Tyler Perry cross dresses. And I use this phrase all the time because it's fun. They had a whole song about it on the he cross dressed for Jesus.
Supposed to buy it, but if he do buy it, Tyler, brother, the first thing you need to do is clean that up.
He not.
Listen, I believe the BET Awards
make it worse.
Need to be no different than the Met Gala.
Why? You know what they do after all of that? Go in there and do the same exact thing that you're talking about. They do the same exact thing with cocaine, like very much majority of them. All right, that is one drug that has the most celebrity endorsements. Don't pretend like you don't know that though. Just because they have a more strict dress code. Girl, shut up.
And what I mean by that, do you see at the Met Gala people
they
going
holding it together,
fiending
for these pictures.
Even when Cardi B shows up at the Met Gala, she's not acting a fool like that. People.
You talking about the event that invited Cardi B in the first place? Cardi B, the also ex-stripper who used to put, I can still look up right now, of her putting beer bottles up her vagina. The one who also has a song, her top song that was remixed on Kids Bop called WAP. That Cardi B? Oh. Okay, alright, look.
People actually have some sense. The BET Awards need to have the exact same thing. You can have fun all you want, but you need to have some sort of
the BET Awards needs to not be recorded, if that's the case.
And the bad part about this, and I've said this before, that ratchet behavior you just saw there, unfortunately, spreads outside of America and other women throughout the world.
It does not need to be. It's not communism. It's capitalism. You about to say communism? University of the Moon. Oh, I'm just kidding. All of it though. That's capitalism for you. Enjoy.
Want to emulate that, even in the Caribbean, even in the continent of Africa. You have an African brothers complaining now that their women is starting to want to dive into the ratchet behavior. But the only difference with them is that they still got some control. In America, you have no control.
Because they don't want control.
It is Sodom and Gomorrah here, literally. But no man will want to see his son bring home Sexy Red or Krishan.
I wouldn't want to see my
full of
daughter
tattoos.
look like Sexy Red or Krishan either. Or neither, or vice versa, whatever.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
all right,
I wouldn't really want her to be like a cash doll either.
Talk to him real quick.
What you want to talk about?
And boy, you just go in on your son. Say, what kind of tramp you brought in my house? That is a straight up hood rat. I know you were raised better than that, boy.
And the person I used to be, I barely would want to be like that. Like, everybody got issues, you know what I'm saying? So,
what are you doing? You know,
so,
that's the kind of stuff you go in on your son about as a father. I was like, no, with that kind of woman right there.
But now we think about what attracted. Like, now, do you really know your son? What attracted this woman to you? Your son might be a hood rat too, or it might trying to be playing that role also. You know what I'm saying? So, you know your son outside of the house?
No, because I can tell you right now, that kind of woman will be sleeping with this Pookie and Ray, that one, and that one. She gonna be faithful to you anyway. Look at her presentation. She is wild. She's straight hyena.
Have you ever
cheated, sir?
With your plain gray shirt on?
Leave the hyenas alone. Leave them alone.
But no matter what you wear, you can still be a bad person.
This is not normal. I will never accept this as normal. This is horrible.
Normal and like good aren't the same thing. Normal and horrible are not opposites. Normal and good are not opposites. Normal and bad are not opposites. Bad and good are opposites. Horrible and bad are synonyms. Normal, though, nothing to do with good or bad. That's gonna be my final thought on that. That was weird. Maybe you just shouldn't watch it, and you should keep your kids from watching it. And you should keep your kids off the internet and off, toxic internet like that, because it's toxicity within all parts of the internet and all parts of media, entertainment, all of it, black, white, and it just gets, becomes degenerate when it's black people, but it's all toxic. And so let's not even talk about that like that, because I think the Grammys is toxic. Can we just stop with that and let's just charge it to the whole of just them type of events? Y'all have a nice day.
You had a quote. I was a fool, smart enough to know I was a fool, dumb enough not to care, and that's a real fool. So